your series today, it kind of does give me telltale signs that they really want to not struggle at all. So we are going to jump into the game right now, considering they actually didn't pause it just yet. So I was expecting, you know, the old classic, oh, the game's going to be paused for the first 15 minutes of the game. But Thunder Awaken, they are charging forward. Smoke versus smoke shenanigans. Ward does get placed. They should know that there's an observer ward right next to them.
Not so sure.
Because
Theo's smoke didn't break, if I've seen correctly. But I also was a bit distracted. I'm really used to the pauses, as you.
yeah, I was expecting us to get a little bit of a breather time. Okay, up ground ward from behind. Finally, on the Pango, they place a counter ward in the small camp as well. And everyone is, you know, guessing incorrectly. The ward's on the other side.
But Dark Mago is gonna guess correctly. Like, if you're a bad trader, you use Napalm, and then if the enemy gets a stick, you know, has vision of you. That's the thing. And Zeus got one stick. So he should be aware that they do have vision somewhere.
Ah, that is some 4D chess plays right there. Matthew is going to get tossed in, but he gets a 2-man route. I don't know why yet. Liquor just killed himself with that toss back. First blood secured, coming in for Thunder Awaken. And it is Panda getting first blood, so that's a little happy. Ogre coming into play. Will buy a ton of regen with the extra funds he secures. He also gets himself a counter ward of that observer. Look at that, 500 extra money in the bank account of Panda. That's a very happy Ogre.
Yeah, he already bringing the brawl boots. I would bring a stick, to be honest. But yeah, he can bully a lot the double mini heroes here. Because I feel like if he goes stick and Faceless Void get the early orb, they really stomp the lane.
I think they're still gonna stomp the lane. It's it's an Ogre matchup versus double melee lineup.
Does TOD core snipe the Q here? He just did. That makes a big change.
Oh, that is sadness right there. Theolacor is pretty fast with those boots. Panda not as fast, as have, of course, slow if need be. Also, I really am curious to see if this position for Ember from Thunder Awaken is going to be a little bit more impressive than the one we saw previously today.
Oh man, it's Matthew. I don't recall seeing a bad game of Matthew. Like really, this guy's just way too good. So we can expect something out of this Ember.
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to your word. That is gonna be the case here as well, because it is still an Ember, and I honestly have no idea how that hero is supposed to run. I guess Orb of Corrosion would be the support item to build up.
I would go Earn, because you're playing against a Morphling and you want that Vessel.
Okay, that also does make a lot of sense. I feel like we're trying to harass Bakaz as much as possible, but this Faceless Void's getting his denies in as much as possible. Vitally also taking way too much damage from the Ogre spam.
Yeah, Panda trying to bring the boots again, now with the stick. Let's see if he micro the Courier this time. The Faceless Void know about it, so he keeps the Courier under the tower.
Zeus is actually pretty freaking good against Batrider in mid. The just infinite magic stick charges that you get. And the bunny hop, of course, obviously that's like the big crucial thing where the Batrider has a problem controlling you.
The Courier again. They're still running after the Courier, and Panda moved running after Theolacor. Oh, and another Courier! They're giving to him. Oh my god.
Theo is just going to be completely fine as well, because... Yep, there's the toss back. Okay. That is a little bit of BM right there coming into play. You can group two groups of creeps together so that the lane is going to get auto pushed, which is a big one for Vitally because he is really struggling in terms of last hits.
Yeah, it's not an easy lane for Pungo. especially because Pakasi knows really well the matchup, so he goes for the time dilation point. He didn't even skill time walk so far because he's not getting harassed. He went for the Orb of Venom that I mentioned, so they get everything they need to get a kill right now, and they will get it.
Hokori locked in, the kill to Pakaz, he does get it secured, finishes off his opponents.
And Gardic top might, not might, just died.
He dies to Matthew. Come in with that Ember. Does have his own brown boots ready. Lumiere doesn't really have much to fear in that lane either. There is a stun from the Snapfire, which is kind of annoying, but for the most part, now that you're level 3, attribute shift should keep you alive pretty much always. Hokori TP's mid, does not refill the bottle though.
Yeah, and he didn't also steal the rune from the Batrider, so not very effective TP. Vitaly having a rough time bottom.
Yeah, it's currently because pretty much solo laning, so he's getting all that free solo XP as well. And that is a Faceless Void. We're 5 minutes in, and well, we're not even 5 minutes in. He's level 5. That's a very big Faceless Void at this stage in the game.
The only thing I would change is that he's lacking raindrop. Like, come on, Zeus has been on the meta for so long. Just buy raindrop on side lane, so you don't like give free kills to Zeus. I feel like every hero should have raindrop by now.
They're so expensive. Oh yeah, Warlock Shotgun Blast comes in. It's a little bit spooked there. They're not going to chase for more. There is the Hokori rotation from behind. Nice avalanche toss in with the Zeus ulti on top. Analog gets a kill. Sacred, can he get away? Hokori, he's just going to get those body blocks going so that it goes to Lumiere. Sacred knows that that's going to happen, so he's just going to try and disengage as far away as possible. Take Lumiere for a spin. Juke his way through. Tiny waveform. Sacred's keeping him occupied for quite some time. The avalanche misses as well, juking his way all the way towards enemy lines. Does have that cookie. They know exactly where he's headed. Going for the TP out. Does he get the TP away? And he does not. TP gets interrupted in the end, but Sacred is still not dead. So he is still going further, and finally does get spotted out. But this is a lot of time and effort spent to get that kill secured.
But it's totally worth because he used the TP. So now he doesn't have TP to come back base. And you mentioned that raindrop is expensive. You know what's expensive? 2 free kills to the enemy team because you didn't buy the right item. That's expensive.
No, that's not expensive because when you die, you also get a free TP scroll. So, ergo, value.
Not if it's on cooldown.
And the refill at your base as well. So,
look at the Walk of Shame from Sacred.
I mean, you should just not try to TP back. It's that simple. The Hokori Tiny in trouble. Does he get taken down? Gonna get slowly burned out. The toss forward though, and now he's going to take Analog for a spin. Hokori is going to get taken down by Matthew. He does have a 2-man root. He does hit the 2-man root. Panda rotating through as well. Analog, Zeus healing up with that magic wand, so they will get a double kill in return. Dark Mago actually dies to the fatal bonds, and they get 3 kills secured. I got a little bit dicey there, and I thought that toss might have been absolutely disastrous. Yeah. But you got baited.
I was ready to say that it was such a crazy toss, but it worked so well for Hokori. Very well played. They used really well the stakes against the Batrider. You should take care with those kind of baits.
Yeah, that was a huge play coming in. 3 kills in that mid lane. Analog level 7.5 now. He's getting pretty accelerated in that position. He's got his mana boots going for the Kaya. Gonna be a lot of damage coming out from this Zeus. So yeah, where's that item? He's so covered in raindrops.
Yeah, and has Arcane room.
Oh yeah, for good measure. His ulti is available, just hoping that there's gonna be a freebie popping up somewhere on the map soon enough.
Actually, the one that has the raindrop is Lumiere. That's good. So he doesn't get bursted.
Takes a lot of damage, but Morphling most likely is going to be just fine every single time. It is, you pretty much need to chrono in this game kind of situation for Thunder Awaken to kill him. Unless you get a good lasso where he's AFK for a bit before you reach him, but that is very unlikely.
When you have the Snapfire Shard Dagger, it's quite dangerous for the Morphle, because then he's burstable.
Yeah, but that is, you know, a lot further in the future. Snapfire just finished his boots, so he's getting closer, but about a solid 3.5k away. Analog is looking really good. Top net worth at the moment on the Zeus. His Kaya is very close to being done. The Mier is second in net worth. Fight 3 slightly below, but he's pretty much tied with Sacred as well.
They tried something, didn't work. Yeah, this hero Zeus is just too strong. Especially when Puck's banned. Like, he's gonna still free farm on the lane, but Puck's pretty decent against Zeus in the game. But you can just first phase the hero, and the hero still has an amazing game. You, of course, you pray that your enemy doesn't buy raindrops. Mago.
He has a lasso. He's gonna take him for a spin. Warlord Golem gets pump faked. Teal'c, by the way, is level 3 on the Tiny. He was part of those 3 kills in mid, but of course he died right before the experience was spread out. Just get the Tome of Knowledge. While in the meantime, Gardic is level 6 without the Tome.
Yeah. Gardic had a really good game. He already has 4 assists. He was on the 5 kills of his team. Has the Golem, so they can, let's say, choose to kill a hero. I would choose Faceless Void for sure. And they need to free a lane for Teal'c to get XP. Not only XP, but farm this dagger.
Yeah, that dagger feels like it's going to be a very beneficial aspect of their lineup because they need the backline jumps. On the opposing side, their initiation is not really there.
They go for a Sacred.
And they will get a kill on Teal'c. I'm a little bit worried for Thunder Awaken's like initiation potential here. Nice Warlord Golem drop as well. A lot of damage. Zeus ulti comes out. And Gardic, well, he did his job, but with the rotations coming in, Pakaz is going to clean up that nice Warlord Golem. It is a nice looking skin though. To TP away from that bottom lane to continue up farming, and it does make sure that there's no continuation of the fight topside. And a 1-for-1 trade with Zeus Nimbus, Zeus Thunder God's Wrath, and the Warlord Golem being dropped. That's actually pretty worthwhile.
Yeah. That's not worth at all for Hokori. Thunder, they just had a loss on the Ogre, so they swapped the Ogre for the Tiny. And I really feel like that's where Hokori, they kind of struggle to execute, even when they do have a great draft, is that they committed the Warlock Golem to try to get a pick off on a Snapfire. Instead of that, they should be doing this move on the bot lane, where the kill on Faceless Void would be way more meaningful, and they really need to open that bottom tower, so then Teal'c has a lane to farm his dagger. That's the lane that Teal'c wants for him, so that's where they should be focused at. Now they're getting the tower, somehow on a decision of Thunder to give away it, because they had the resources to defend. They had already the TP back on Faceless Void with Chrono, they have TP Mortimer with the Snapfire. So Thunder, they're pretty ready to fight. They just want to pick up the best fight as possible.
Dark Mago with those bots needs to kind of start to make some plays with this team soon enough. Teal'c bots out Matthew, but the root's going to come in return. Teal'c is just going to burn in the meantime. And a nice kill added in for Dark Mago, who really wants to have that BKB so that he doesn't really have anything to fear in a team fight, because that is kind of the downside of the Hokori lineup. BKB and you're pretty much scot-free.
Yeah, they do have the Golem, at least to control under the BKB, but that doesn't mean he's gonna die, for sure. It can be a kind of save for the lasso, so you stop Bat Rider.
Yeah, for that 1 second, and he'll be like, oh, okay. Okay.
They
let's go on.
wanna go for a smoke on Hokori's side, which, again, I disagree. Like, I think Tillicor, he really needs to farm that dagger. I don't think he should be making plays right now.
But you farm the dagger very effectively by killing enemy heroes.
Not on this time of the game. They do have the dagger on Vitali. On that sense, it makes sense that they want to go for a kill, and it's a kill on Pakaz they're looking for. Panda move. Yeah, he breaks the smoke. Gets the rune. He's playing that deal really, really happy.
Okay, aggressive with the Zeus ulti immediately afterwards. Pakaz jumping in, was considering probably going for the chrono play. Vitali is just gonna roll his way out of there. Big ultis again used on the Hokori side. Pretty lengthy cooldown timers as well. And Tillicor, he's heading towards that top lane to farm up the blink. Is about halfway there, but probably is gonna die with Sacred and Pakaz being nearby.
He's gonna be farmed. He wants to farm, he's gonna be farmed. That's not the lane where he can be. He needs to go bottom. Come on, Hokor.
Yeah, that's easy farm right there for Pakaz. Gets a freebie. Still waiting for that chrono usage this game. Maybe once you drop it onto the Zeus, I would assume.
Yeah, but it's fine that he's saving it. It also can protect him in some situations. I'm really curious for what item Mathis going. Has 1k, so he's probably not going to earn, because otherwise he would have already bought it. Is he going for the drones, as did Sladin?
Or like real chat, just gets Deso. We believe in you, Matthew. You already have that Blightstone.
Another smoke from Hokori. They do have the ultimate back on Pangolier. They just don't have the ultimate on Zeus. They might find Dark Mago. Depends if Pandamu is gonna move to break that smoke. He feels like there's a smoke, but he's breaking it for Pakaz.
Oh, Vitali coming in. Dark Mago doesn't have a BKB yet. Pakaz is nearby. Looking for a possible chrono target. The Quarter going to get dropped. That's going to chrono off onto only Gardic though. But they did manage to find Analog in return regardless. Vitali trying to disengage. Gets the blink to the side. Could be able to get the TP away. But Pakaz is still chasing after the Pango. Does he know? Now he does. Yeah, Vitali.
That's greedy.
That's way too greedy.
He has bash for TP. Oh, will he first hit bash?
No, he will not, because he won't even spot him out. While Lumiere, in the meantime, solo kills off Sacred. Somewhere else on the map.
Fair trade. It's good for Hokori because of Lumiere getting this pick off right after it. But it already feels a bit weird for Hokori because it was a really bad chrono. It was honestly getting a Warlock that just used the ulti. That's almost like not hitting any target. And still, Pakaz, he had no risk of dying on the team fight. Tiny, close to the deck.
That blink is definitely going to be a necessary moment in the game. Dark Mago's got his BKB being delivered now as well, so that is a huge addition
and
to
his Analog.
but there's a certain slow, you know, that does a 100% movement speed slow. So
yeah, and you jump also. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's balanced, right?
The entire game is balanced. So Vitali rolling. Thunder's not going to come out in time. He gets lasso, takes a lot of damage, and he is just straight up dead. Zeus ulti though in return. They get the quick kill secured onto Matthew. Tillicor. That's a little bit of assistance in that, but he's going to get his blink dagger delivered now.
Yeah, now's the time that... Okay, Golem's coming back, so they might be able to smoke. There's a DD bottom. I'm wondering if Bad Rider is just gonna take it or they wanna save.
Of course he's gonna take it. He should just get the shard. Make it extra value. Dark Mago actually does need to be a little bit careful considering his HP pool. Gardic does not have the Warlock Golem. Doesn't actually have Upheaval, which is kind of surprising considering you are playing against a Bat Rider. And Matthew wants to go Orchid Rush, actually.
Gardic has the Shadow Ward with Shard, that's also really good. But yeah, the Orchid against... he already has Manta on Morphling.
Also a
this is
buddy
against
hopping
Zeus,
Zeus,
right? Yeah, because then Zeus cannot escape. And also against the Warlock, so he doesn't pop the Golem. It's interesting, yeah. And it's gonna be quite fast because he got the Philosopher's Stone on top. Tulicor didn't quite catch Dark Mago.
Unlog, he gets himself the good old Nether Shell delivered, so spell amplification on the Zeus. Not too shabby. This game, like pushing power, both teams are kind of lacking. Roshan capabilities, they're okay for the most part. Team fight, I would say, is pretty even, but it mainly comes down to who gets to jump first. And that's really where it kind of... You need Sacred with that shard, and he's almost done with the shard. Actually, I even decide to go for the Ag so that they have that solid initiation of just suiciding Matthew into the fight. Which is probably going to be the situation. Or maybe Dark Panda. You know, he's a fat ogre.
Dark Mago?
They do get the kill on Dark Mago. Can't even get the BKB. Poppage coming through. And beep beep. Anyone else? No, too far away.
The thing is, since they use rolling thunder, if you are thunder, you kite it, and then you just can go Roche when Bad Fighter is back.
Bangalier disengaged. They try to fall back. I wouldn't necessarily go Roche against still, you know, willy-nilly against a Warlock with his ulti still available. I guess with the Zeus ulti being gone, yeah. But Tiny plus Warlock Golem drop is very scary towards the pit.
They do have BKBs, that's the thing, so I think just the Golem is not enough to contest it. But they use the Kisses, which doesn't make it so interesting anymore. The Shard already with Sacred, so yeah, it could be a rule.
Kaz has his BKB done. He's going for the shard next. The Mir is building up that Scotty, and he's very close to finishing up the full Scotty. This is starting to become a very tanky morph.
Yeah, he is not that afraid of Chrono anymore. He's just afraid of, let's say, Chrono with Snapfire with some sort of follow-up.
If his entire team is AFK, then it's scary.
Yeah.
Hopefully for him that won't be the case. Analog wants to go for the Lincolns. I think in general that probably might be also on the Mier's mind as his next item. His lasso is, you know, one of the real big dangerous points that Thunder Awaken have. That and Chrono, and you can't really do anything against Chrono except dodge it, which you don't really want. Well, overwhelming blink on Morph maybe. For the most part, not. The other court tanks that smoke gank. Gaz jumps in to try and chase him down, and they know exactly what's coming. Double damage in the river, though. Dark Mago does ping it out for his Face's Void. Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah, good boy. This time he gives the bottle.
Yeah. And has the shard on Void, so he can get a lot of vision information to the court.
We're jumping in with the toss back. He is going to tie in return, though. I mean, the toss back play is nice. It's just don't do it on an ogre because it doesn't do anything. If you kill off, let's say, Sacred with that, great. If you kill off Dark Mago with that, superb. If you kill off Panda with that, you actually trade a 4 for a 5, and it's a very unfortunate trade.
That's the thing. Panda is always very, very well positioned, so he's always tanking those ganks for his team. Makes Tulicor life way, way harder.
Vitali's got the Lotus Orb, full Lotus Orb done? Full Lotus Orb done on the Pango. That is actually pretty big. everything to defend Lumiere this game. Lincoln Spheres as well from Analog. He's probably going to use it onto Lumiere most of the time anyway.
Yeah. They go Roche with the DD.
But there is a smoke gang heading their direction. Hokori, they know they're in the pit.
They have everything on board.
Jump in. There's going to be a lot of damage coming out. Picasso needs to be careful. The Rolling Thunder lockdown. He's going to just straight up die. Last drag from Dark Mago taking Analog for a spin. But Lumiere is the one that deals the damage. There's no buyback available for Picasso. Dark Mago up the high ground. Fly away, Bat Rider. There's no disengage possible. Hokori gets the catch together with the rest of the team, and they can just walk back into the pit. And yep, that is why it is scary to go for a Roche play when you have no idea where the enemies are.
Yeah, and they had everything on Hokari's side. They had the Golem, they had Roll, they had the ultimate, basically everything.
No one was even tanking a possible smoke gang there. They were just in the pit, hugging the wall, and waiting to get gone on.
Yeah, like, hey, I have BKB, I have no worries. But then there's the Golem. And he didn't even get to press the BKB, to be honest. There's also like this chain stun burst. And on that sense, Hokori draft is perfect. They have Pangolier, they have Tiny. So much lockdown together with damage, and then the Zeus following up. Just so hard for the Void till he gets some status item. He's going for the Skadi, maybe a Sange. You don't see Voids building Sange anymore, but that could be the case of this game.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you get Sange. I had this discussion, I think, with Brax earlier today. If you get a Sange, you can pop BKB during Avalanche, right? Because I know that there's some situations where you get Avalanche and you can still pop BKB, even though it couldn't like 3 months ago. It's a weird mechanic these days with the stun duration.
No, I don't think you get to use it.
I swear, I see some people pop BKB in the middle of a freaking Avalanche. And it's very infuriating because it should not be possible. But I was thinking maybe it's with the Sange that you just have enough status resistance that the stun duration wouldn't last that long. Nice toss back, Rolling Thunder in. Sacred is dead again. And yeah, they're playing really well on the side of Hokori, but also Thunder Awaken are kind of out of position most of the time.
Yeah. This time wasn't the Ogre tanking the play, it was the Snapfire, so way more work for Hokori. I see Lumiere. They take the tower. A lot of pressure by bringing away to the tier 3 tower. They make Bat Rider come back to base. The Faceless Void that was on their triangle, so they're recovering their triangle. They still have 3 minutes on the Aegis, and Morphin is very close to that Daedalus. They still have a lot to do with the Aegis.
Free beyond Panda. Lumiere is pretty big. He's going for the Daedalus actually as his next item instead of the Lincolns. The Analog is building the Lincolns for him. And then wave from attacks targets with the Daedalus. That is a lot of damage that you can burst out in a very brief amount of time.
Yeah, and he has so much ways of his team helping him, right? Besides the Lincolns, they have a Lotus Orb, has the healing from the Warlock, has the Glimmer Cape on Warlock, you still have the Golem. If someone pops BKB and hits you, you have the Toss back as a sort of protection. So he can only focus on being the damage dealer here.
Yeah, looking pretty rough. Hokori actually, he's going for the Wind Waker as well, so he's going for that ultimate save into the Chrono. I like it. It's a stupidly expensive item though.
Yeah, this is gonna take some time.
But if he gets it, then you probably have a Nullifier on the opponent's side. Nonetheless, it is still going to be a pretty good item until that point. And Lumiere walking up the high ground, good, right-clicking away, still has the Aegis, obviously. Rolling Thunder comes out, Sacred taking a heap of damage. Hokori keeps him occupied, toss back onto Panamu, the World Golden gets dropped. The kill gets taken onto Sacred. Vitally is going to get taken for a spin though, because he charges right towards the Rolling Thunder. gets stunned up in the process. The tier 3 tower is dropping low. Lumiere with the waveform forward. They're getting very deep here on the side of
There's
Hokori.
still Chrono.
And there is still Chrono. He will be coming back alive. Is at 3.4k HP. Pagaz does drop the Chrono onto Lumiere. Can they keep him alive? There's actually no damage onto the Morphling so far. He's trying to get the lockdown in. But the Fatal Bonds. Look at the damage from the Fatal Bonds. It's being spread all over the place. Lumiere silenced up, and he can just scurry his way out of there. They did force out a couple of buybacks here from the Thunder side. Range racks are still up and kicking. They do manage to get themselves out of harm's way on Hokori's side.
Yeah, but 2 buybacks, and Sacred is having a lot of trouble with positioning. So that's the next target Hokori wants. They want to jump in Sacred, get him out of the team fight. Then Thunder's gonna lack damage for the duration of it. And they want to still push. They do the sort of smoke we call fake back smoke. And if someone appears to deal with the illusions, and this someone is Sacred without buyback, is he going for it?
Well, they just get a full set of racks. That's also a way to do it. Just walk up the high ground, full set of racks, no one's responding. Okay, that is a painful moment in the game so far. Thunder Awaken. The Morphling is really hard to kill, and Lumiere, he's going for that Satanic next, afterwards a Swift Blink, so he's going to be a very tough cookie to beat. So Matthew has the Orchid, at the very least, but, you know, kind of seeing the same impact as we saw from Sladin on the 4 Ember. Maybe, you know, it's still not a hero for position.
Yeah, I hyped Matthew too much. Now he goes for the dagger, so he wants to be the guy silencing the backline. Let's see how he plays with this item.
Warlock's also going for a Flads, which obviously he wants to upgrade into the Wraith Pact. And the Wraith Pact, we all know, is the ultimate value tool to keep your allies alive. Dark Mago is just trying to get disengaged. There's no bash yet on the Bango, so they can't control him down. Dark Mago, his BKB is going to be on cooldown though, so that's a little bit of a sour point.
Yeah, it's a BKB for a Zeus ulti Tulicor.
Korea is being picked up. Because look at how far he is behind Lumiere in terms of net worth. Skadi is going to be crucial though.
Yeah, but he's a Void with the level 20 talent, so he's very dangerous with the Chrono now. I guess he kills any hero. Like, he would just not kill Morphling in case he doesn't pop BKB and gets stunned, or he pops BKB and they use the Golem. Because with Bloodlust and the level 20 talent, I guess Morphling goes 100 to 0.
And now also with the Skadi, which is a very valuable item against the Morphling. Of course, the healing reduction is kind of like the main focal point against the Morph. Can't really attribute shift at that stage.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they go for a smoke. Meanwhile, Lumiere is on the base because he's getting an item. This can be dangerous for Hokori. Okay, he's already connecting. It should be fine.
Yeah, Satanic is done, so it's a pretty heavy morph. Dark Mago going in, lasso onto Anlog. Warlock Golem does get dropped in regards. Anlog is still going to be just Gucci at the moment. Waveform forward. Pagaz going in for the right clicks. Anlog is going to drop low guarding. He's just fatal, but he's just going to try and cover himself up with the upheaval. And Lumiere's chasing for more, but Lumiere is not going to be able to catch up to the Thunder Awaken heroes. They did buy back onto that Zeus as well, but Chrono wasn't even expended, so you gotta be very careful right now on Analog.
Yeah, but you see, Analog had this 4.6k gold item, very expensive. And Dark Mago, he had this very expensive item, also called Fake Grenade, that just got dropped to him. So he broke the Linkens and got the lasso. Feels so bad when the enemy drops this item against Linkens.
Yeah, just, you know, neutral items are a
Sacred?
godsend. There's going to be the Chrono onto Lumiere. Do they keep him alive? Nice avalanche coming into play. Lumiere is going to get tossed up to the side. He comes back in. That's the Chrono completely used for very little gain. Double kill coming out from Vitally. And they're going to just mow down these buildings. Do you have much to fear at this stage without a Faces Void Chrono? Not really. Dark Mag was also dead. Does buy back. Does have a BKB in 10 seconds, but they're just mowing down these buildings. Vitally with the Rolling Thunder continuing. Prakash is dropping low. The cookie forward, not really where he wants to be. Why is he here? He is very deep. He is very dead. Why did he leap in the middle of them? He must have minimap clicked right there. Because you never would jump that far. GG is indeed the case here. And Hokori take game number 1 against Thunder Awaken. So, okay. You know, Hokori at the very least always take a game off of pretty much anyone they play. But is the question that it's only going to stay to 1, or are we going to get to see Hokori advance on?
Yeah, from what they show here, I'm with high expectations on them now, because they executed pretty well. Not